The introduction of Christianity into Africa brought some issues. Yes, the concept of Christianization brought some changes as well, but there were some issues, and a major one of them was that the missionaries could not differentiate between Christianization and Europeanization. To further make this, or to further achieve this, the Christian missionaries started presenting European viewpoints, European activities, European cultural orientation into African societies through the use of the church, or the churches they established, or the churches they controlled. This played some important roles in these churches. In one way, it brought some level of conflict between the European cultural orientation and African cultural orientation. Now, in this situation, because the Europeans did not understand or found it difficult to understand the African cultural orientation, they tend to demonize the African cultural orientation. And this brought some issues as well. There are some Africans in these churches that didn't really feel that they didn't feel so happy or so comfortable with the concept of European missionaries' demonization of African cultural orientations. Some of them made move to revolt against some of these churches. Some decided to develop or establish churches with African cultural ingredients in them. In many cases in Africa, because Europeans we are not able to understand the cultural orientation of Africa, they tag them idolatry. In some African countries, we are masquerading was the order of the day, and Europeans could not understand it. They tagged the concept of masquerading with all social ingredients. They tagged them idolatry. The cultural orientation of polygamy, we are tagged as sins. And by the end of the day, because the Europeans don't understand this, they were confused. Even African songs in some areas were even looked upon as not worthy to be used in the church. And based on the being that these European missionaries in some cases supported some terrible activities of Europeans or their European colonial counterparts in the African societies, some Africans found it difficult to strictly adhere to the rules and regulations of some of these churches. And this led to the foundation of what we can look upon as the earliest independent African churches, or the earliest churches with African ingredients in them. One of the earliest ones was the Native Baptist Church that was established in Nigeria in 1888. And this church was pulled out of the American Southern Baptist Mission. The next one we have to capture here was from the Anglican Church, which was actually established as well in the Nigeria area, and went with the name United African Church in 1891. In 1908, in the Zambia, the church tower was founded with African cultural ingredients as their major activity. In 1914, in Uganda, Society of the One Almighty God was founded from the Church Mission Society. The next one in the same year, 1914, was in Kenya. The church was established by Johanna Awalo, who left the Church Mission Society to establish a church known Nomia Lower Mission, Namia Lower Mission. In 1922, in Ghana, the Army of the Cross was founded. The Army of the Cross was founded. In 1925, in Nigeria, the Eternal Sacred Order of the Cherubim and Seraphim was founded. In around 1930, still in Nigeria, the Church of the Lord, which is commonly known as Aladura, was founded. In Nigeria in 1931, Christ Apostolic Church was established. And all these churches were established by Africans, with African ingredients, with African cultural integration as part of their activities. In Porto Novo, Benin Republic, the Celestial Church of Christ was founded in 1947. Well, there are some other ones, although the earliest of them were the ones established in Ethiopia. But why I wouldn't really like to jump into most of them was that some of them were already in existence even before the Europeans brought their own concept of Christianity to Africa. But there's something you have to understand here. I think I've discussed it in one of my earliest videos, that the Africanization or the consideration of African culture played a very important role towards the effective growth of Islam. And when you compare it, or when you compare to the growth of Christianity in Africa, this was because the projectors of Islam, or the people behind the introduction of Islam, did not push or did not rush into demonizing African cultural orientation. In most areas, they integrated Islamic principles and African cultural activities and orientation. They allowed the people, for instance, to practice their culture, but tried systematically to eliminate some un-Islamic practices by encouraging the people to stop such things. Well, I think the followers of Islam see Islam as a way of life. Maybe that was the reason why in the area known today as West Africa, Islam made serious inroads when you compare it to Christianity. It was difficult for Africans to understand the separation between the colonial operators and missionaries. Well, the other area where the missionaries made impact was mainly when they started integrating freed slaves, which were of African background, into the missionary activities. But that notwithstanding, there were still issues of acceptance of African cultural orientation, which till the present day has become a very major problem in Christianity, or the practice of Christianity in Africa. Today, even though Africans can be said to be in charge of Christianity in Africa, we still have some of these issues to the present day. Please, if you are watching us for the very first time, support us by subscribing to our channel. Share our contents. If there's any support also you can give to us in any way, we appreciate it. Our email that you can use to contact us is readily available in the description center and as well in the comment section. Thanks for being part of this channel.